The health of any nation is their wealth. Welcome to another exciting edition of Healthy Living on Dove Television. My name is Oluwafemi Odunton. It's good to be alive, and it's good to always thank God for great health. Your health is very important to us. That's why we come on this program, to always educate you, inform you, enlighten you on what to eat, exercise to stick to, and what other nutrients, medication to take. All this and many more we do here on Healthy Living. I'm not here alone. I have a special guest here with us in the house. He's one of our very own pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. But when it comes to sanitizing your environment at the Redemption Campground, making sure that you have a clean environment in terms of fumigating the environment, in terms of, releasing officers to be in charge to try as much as possible to make sure that deaths are not always around you. We have a senior officer here with us in the house, but before I introduce my guest with us, like us on Facebook. Dove Television is on YouTube channel. We're all on social network. Like us, you get to watch interesting, fantastic, educative program on our YouTube channel, and also get to watch our Father in the Lord, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, and all other powerful and anointed men of God on our social media or Dove Television platform. Be part of Dove Television family, and God bless you. Now we have Pastor Simindo Stevens here with us in our Dove Television studio. We are here to look at a very important topic, something that has to do with our environment, something that has to do with our home. Cleanliness leads to godliness. Of course, we know that. And before we proceed on today's topic, we'd like Pastor Simindo Stevens to please lead us in a short prayer. Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming.
God bless you.
And you too, sir.
Shall we pray? Everlasting Father, we want to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your mercy we daily enjoyed. The Bible says you daily loaded us with your mercy. Father, we thank you for your gift of investment of love. Accept our thanks in Jesus' name. As we deliberate, we invite Holy Spirit Divine to please teach us, guide us, and lead us. And at the end, we promise to return all the glory to you.
Amen.
Thank you for hearing us.
Thank you, Lord.
In Jesus' mighty name, we pray.
Amen. So please come along with us and be part of this exciting edition of Healthy Living on Dove Television. Sanitizing your environment is very important. And when it comes to some, should I say some antisans? Yes, because these are disturbing to us. Most times, some people grow up to know this thing, what we call bed bug. Okay, let me just say it out. What we call pests. They are pests, yes, they are pests. And some of us grow up to know what it is, while others don't even have an idea what bed bug is. Sometimes you might even kill one or two of it and you won't know that this is a bed bug. It has a funny smell. Yes, I can remember that it has a funny smell. So, growing up in those days, we have it, but it was not as rampant as what it was now. Sometimes we use kerosene, the method of kerosene. You put it, you sprinkle it on your chair, on your sofa.
It's very, very active.
Yes, very active. You place it outside underneath the sun so that it will get dry for you to walk on those bed bugs. We are looking at this topic because we want people to be aware what can they do or to help people around them. And most importantly is your environment. You have to have a good environment. Now, bed bug. Sir, let's know what bed bug is all about. What are the implications of it? How do we know their life cycle and how the bite is on the individual?
I want to appreciate the management of Dove for the wonderful work that the management is doing to humanity worldwide. Because information is key and knowledge is power. And I want to welcome every viewers all over the world. Bed bug are pests of public health importance. What do we mean by public health importance? They are visitors that when they invade your environment or when they reside in your living apartment, they troubled man's health. So particularly bedbug is an organism that the control method to eradicate or to reduce their population to minimum level require comprehensive method. It requires technical approach. So bed bugs are organisms that, they don't cause any disease, but organisms that triggers other health issues. They are organisms that feed on man's blood. They needed to feed on your blood, or particularly human blood, to live, and the offspring also to grow to adult, stage. So bed bugs are troublesome. Bed bugs are organisms that are deadly. They cause a lot of other health issues, but they don't transmit disease. But the process of sucking you, creating patches on your blood, or on your skin, and also the spot at which they stick on your body, on your skin, could expose you to other infectious diseases. So they are deadly organisms. And if you look at the life cycle of bed bug, it has 5 stages. An adult bed bug, particularly the female adult, lays eggs. And within few days or weeks. Now, it depends on the species of the bed bug.
I just want viewers to know that we have some few images we'll be showing. If
thank you
some
so
are
much.
disturbing, just please.
Now, thank you so much for this image. Now, so if you look at the adult there, that is an adult bed bug, female adult bed bug.
Okay.
This stage of bed bug, she has fully sucked blood. And she's ready to lay eggs. Now, if you look at the eggs laid there, the first stage is that the eggs will be hatched. After the egg being hatched, the offspring is referred to as nymph.
Okay.
Nymph, the first stage is that is where there's no wing on the and it's smaller in size, like ½ inch in size. Within 2 to 3 weeks, it's also suck blood.
Okay.
That's the nymph. Now, the first stage, after the egg has been hatched, the offspring, which is the nymph, also suck man's blood to survive. So it's at the process, it starts growing.
Okay.
The offspring start growing to another stage, which is the second stage.
Okay.
Are we getting it now?
Yeah.
Within few
Days.
weeks and days.
Okay.
It all depends on the species.
Okay.
But the species we are looking at now is Simetalularius.
Okay.
Now, that's the species of the bed bug we are looking at. The second stage, he suck blood again. She sucked blood again. That's the nymph now. Grow to the second stage within few days or weeks.
Okay.
Now, it's developed. Look at the stage now. You see that the first stage is bigger in size than the first stage. Likewise, the second stage, it has sucked blood. Are you getting it? Developed again to the fourth stage and to the fifth stage.
Okay.
At the fifth stage, it sucked blood again and grow to a full-fledged adult, ready to lay eggs again. And multiply. And each batches of eggs laid, by female bed bug, we have over 70 eggs being laid.
Over 70 eggs
being laid at a time.
Wow.
Now, so that's why one bed bug in your house could infect the whole vicinity, the whole other residents, around you. So what do we need to do? That's why we are here. What causes bed bug? Like I said, bed bug, invade environment that is not disinfected, environment that is not hygienically, observed. What do you mean by hygienically observed or being practiced? You don't practice hygiene. You understand? You discover that you just put junks around. Your whole environment is littered. Bed bug can invade that place. And don't forget, bed bug also feed on other animals, like dog, like bird, you understand, cats. These are domestic animals as well. You understand? So if you have domestic animal, around you, there's need for you to examine that animal. Is the animal infested with other organisms? Like bed bug needs an host to survive. Okay. Human being is the host that she feed upon. Okay. Are you getting? Or other smaller animals. within a speculated time in, in an environment. Now, so what causes bedbug again? So dirty environment causes bedbug infestation. Like we all knew, within 2 weeks after laying eggs, it hatched the eggs, moved to first stage of nymph. You understand? If you are someone that practice hygienic, you are hygienic person, you practice hygiene, you understand? It is called that you observe cleanliness, you can eradicate bedbug. Your environment is neat, you disinfect your environment. WHO, that's World Health Organization, recommend that each residential environment, residential area should be disinfected. The word disinfected is that you need to fumigate your environment to reduce. You may not eradicate population of pests, but you reduce their population drastically. If you have hundreds of bedbug, for example, and you disinfect your environment, interval of 3 months. Now, 4 times in a year. Schools, hotels, banks, you understand, where we have public penetrating, transaction coming different people, even church, where different people comes to worship, there's need for you to disinfect such environment once in a month. Why? So as you reduce their population, you may not be able to eradicate the population of pests generally, which bedbug also fell into the class of a pest in an environment. But you can reduce their population. You can less the harm, and havoc they cause in an environment. So this is what we are looking at this morning.
Thank you for this good information, and I'm sure a lot of people are more glued to us right now, getting to know, okay, what can I do not to have this bed bug in my home? Because we've seen cases whereby people have to bring their clothes out, bring their bed out, bring their everything they have in the house out, just to make sure that they eradicate this bed bug of pests in their home. So you've talked about clean environments. What if you're in an environment whereby you are the only one that is clean among all the people living there?
No.
I'm just citing an example where you have a congested environment.
Okay, that's overcrowded environment,
Yes.
and that's why I said you have to be your brother's police. For example, if I visit your apartment, I'll be conscious of the environment. Is this place, are they clean? So that bedbug will not stick on my clothes. And from your residence, I take bedbug home. Or station whereby I come to your church to worship, I want to look at the environment. Are this environment hygienic? You will observe, is glaring. An environment that is dirty and the one that is hygienic. Are you getting it now? So, so is appropriate and needful for everyone hearing us now that we should practice hygiene. You understand? Are you an hotel manager? Are you a proprietor of a school? Ask yourself, when last has that school been disinfected? You have different people in your boarding school. They traveled home, they've gone to different locations, they'll be coming with different luggages, different baggages and luggages and, various items. And this bedbug, they are very sensitive. Female bedbug could survive even without feeding on anyone for 90 days.
Wow, female bedbugs.
Yes, could survive for 90 days without feeding on any other host. So they are very deadly and dangerous organisms to control. I guess so. But if you approach a professional or you practice hygiene, you can reduce their population drastically. And that's why people that are of concern, everybody is, bedbug, could attack anywhere, could attack anyone, could invade any area. But what we are saying is that people that you have schools, for example, and in your school there is you have a boarding part for students or pupils where they reside. There's need for you to check the place regularly. ensure that people in charge of cleanliness, either the sanitation section, that the needful is being done, and ask, the people when last has the place been disinfected.
Okay.
Now, apart from that, you see a lot of people carrying out disinfestation, but quack people that are not licensed, people that are not eligible,
you call them to fumigate
even handle chemical, to handle equipment. You understand? When I say equipment now, that's pest, control equipment, like the NASAC, like the motorized sprayer, like the fog. We have classes of equipment meant for, discharge this operation. And people saddled with this responsibility should be what? Given liberty to do so, not quack people. Are you getting it? That's why in our profession we said we are doctors of prevention. Medical doctors are doctors of what? Curative. Are you getting? So everyone has his own or her own role. Are you getting it now? A medical doctor is expected that you use your stethoscope or nurses. Why? Because that is part of your instrument of operation. Are you getting it? So, but as a sanitarian, professionally and licensed, you understand, it's essential that my jurisdiction, I should be able to cope every activities within my jurisdiction. Are you getting that? So, bed bug are organisms that causes a lot of disturbance. Insomnia, for example, you will not be able to sleep. They don't transmit disease, but situation by you are having sleeplessness.
Yes,
before you know it, it trigger other health issues, mental issues, migraine. Are you getting that? High blood pressure. The inches alone, because, after biting you, they create a part. Okay. The inches also can further, prone to other
we have
diseases.
some bites, just for you to see some of this indication of bite of bed bug. We'll just let you see some of these images so that you can understand what we are talking about. Sometimes when we have this bite on our body and we tend to wonder, what is this bite all about? Now, we're talking about the bite now, the bite of bed bug. So we would like to see some of those images shown on our platform for viewers to understand. So, please, sir, when you talk about these bites, now this is just a clear...
Look at it. Because look at this young man or a lady. I believe the image has been gotten from Google. Now it's far asleep, but the exposed part of his body are being beaten. There's no disease caused by, as of today, there's no disease caused by bed bug. Are you getting it? Particularly the species of bed bug we are looking at this morning. There's no disease caused, medically caused, but it's prone to other health issues. Okay. By the time this man will wake up now, see these patches, number one, there will be what? There will be what we call stigmatization. And what happened to me? People begin to ask, what happened? Look at the arms of this one being beaten by bed bug. The same thing. Any exposed part of your body, they can bite at your, back of your head. Any exposed part of man's body, they can bite. Because they need to survive, they need to feed, they need blood. You understand? To move to the next stage. Likewise, the adult need blood, before she could lay eggs. Okay.
Now, let's talk about our environment where we stay at the Redemption Campground. Some few weeks back, the convention just ended. Now, a lot of people are still on camp, summer school, the children are still available at home. What can we do in this case to have personnel like you to send in people that will come and fumigate the environment? What can we do? Do we need to write a letter, or do we need to come in person to the office to make requests? Even when my neighbors are not aware, maybe I just want to help the environment where I'm staying.
Now, I want to appreciate our Father in the Lord, that the GO, Pastor E. Adeboye Amomifolo Adeboye, sincerely is a man of vision, and we are praying for him. What is happening on Redemption Camp? It's not that we are blowing our horns, but God is here. If the whole world could emulate what is happening at Redemption Camp, health issues, you understand, could be tamed to minimum level. Before convention, we disinfected the whole camp.
Wow.
The auditorium where millions of people will gather to watch before that's been disinfected. Using environmental friendly chemicals being handled by trained professionals. During major area where we know that, infestations of what? Flies, mosquitoes, and other crawling organisms like snake, scorpion, war gecko. Major area at the national kitchen, the children kitchen, drainages, stagnant waters, open feed has been disinfected.
Okay.
Are you getting it? After the program, now, likewise, at the dump sites, where we manage the entire waste, and I say waste, the garbage, rubbish now, biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste, where we manage at interval, we disinfect those areas.
Okay.
Why? Because we have studied that all this waste goes through a process. Some are, they are pests of what that go through complete metamorphosis. Some go through incomplete metamorphosis. So we reduce their population drastically at that level.
Okay.
Now, so it is essential that each residential area be as well disinfected. Each schools, bank, wherever people transact, as long as human beings are there, pests want to survive. They want to survive on your food remnants. They want to survive, either by sucking your blood. Are you getting that? They want to survive because they don't have mother, they don't have father. They have to survive. So they need an host to survive. So the same thing, the organism we are looking at this morning, bedbug, you understand. If everyone, embrace hygiene, you understand, we can reduce their population. You may not be able to eradicate, but you can reduce their population. That, harm, will be reduced in an environment. Money that you're supposed to use to take care of yourself, you don't need to use that money, for hospital bill. So you ask, how can we be reached? We have an office on camp. Environmental health office is under camp maintenance department. It's a unit under camp maintenance department. And, God has been helping the department. God has been helping RCC. So if you have any complaints, my number can be displayed, or you come to the office, it will be handled. Even outside this place. That's why we are here. In our various assemblies, because someone that have bedbug, for example, coming to church, how will you know? You can't obstruct the person not to come.
And you're sitting close to that
and you are
person.
sitting close to the person.
Maybe already there's bedbug in his clothes. So
yes,
the bedbug will just...
it can attach on your clothing material.
You're right.
You can hide, on your clothing material. And before you know it, it stick on the wooden chairs in the church or the upholstery, in the church. Before you know it, it started, biting people and conveniently made that place as a place of abode. Are you getting it now? And other people sitting on the same chair that has not been disinfected. Before you know it, they are what carrier of what such organisms, and they start spreading the the organisms around. So there's need for assemblies to be disinfected, hotels, you understand, hospitals,
hospitals,
where people reside,
offices.
At least all this major area once in a month. Residential area 4 times in a year.
Now let's talk about the smell. How do you identify that this is a bed bug?
Yeah,
when you kill it, some people can smell cockroaches from afar. I have a daughter that can smell, if she's in an environment and there's cockroaches, she'll tell him, I can smell cockroaches. You understand? People are good in that.
Bed bug has a ugly smell. Are you getting very odd odor? So if you are the type of person that you perceived, you can, you can notice that bed bug is here. But more importantly, physical identification is paramount. If you recognize, identification.
Please, can we see the image again, once again?
You can cue the one that you've seen, and I will tell us some of the means by which we can control and prevent bed bug spread. So physical identification.
Let's have the physical identification. Okay.
From different layers now. These are already fed bed bug.
See the blood.
They've been fed with what? They've sucked blood. They are ready to lay eggs. Are you getting her? So, and like I said, the adult bed bug is about 5 to 7 millimeters.
Wow.
In height. 5 to 7 millimeters in height. So you can recognize, and they don't have wings.
Okay, this is a bite.
Yeah, they don't fly.
So this is a bite.
Yes, look at, they only have legs. They can stick on your cloth. They don't fly. Are you getting it? They can move around, particularly at night. They are very active.
At night?
Yes, very, very active at night. During the day, they will just go and hide, waiting for the host to come. They suck, they hide. Are you getting it? And they hide, in crevices of building, very hiding area in the building, or your upholsteries. You understand? They can hide there. You understand? So if you have any complaint of bedbug, like I said, you can notify us or professionals that have been trained to handle the
Not
control.
quack people, just like we have quack.
Even there's an ongoing policy now. The quack people will be sentenced to jail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we are starting from redemption camp.
Fantastic.
I was in a meeting of ECOWAC, by God's grace, I was asked to, I'll call upon to, I was nominated as one of the local organizing committee in preparation for a conference coming up, scientific conference coming up in Ghana in November. Basically, we want to brainstorm how we can help the sub-Saharan Africa on all these incidences of public health importance.
All right, thank you so much, sir, for that information. We still have more of this information coming to you. But right now, we're going on a short break. When we come back, we'll have our phone lines open up for you to call us, tell us your name, where you're calling from, and ask your questions. So please, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Open Heavens International Center. I believe that what you see and hear here will arouse your faith and your life will never remain the same. Challenge God using what you see here as a point of contact to your miracle.
Welcome back, still on Healthy Living on Dope Television, and we're looking at the topic bed bugs and its health implication. I've been with a senior officer here at the Redemption Campground Maintenance Department, Pastor Simindu Stevens. He has been here talking about bed bugs, the life cycle of a bed bug, the bites, and what we can do to eradicate, if not totally, but just to minimize the way it's used around our environment. It's high time for you to pick up your phone and dial the number displayed right on your TV screen. But remember, mute the volume, reduce the volume, lower the volume. I just have to speak these three languages for you to understand. Mute the volume, reduce it, lower it so that we can hear you loud and clear. Your name, where you are calling from and ask us a question. Something that has to do with bed bug. If not bed bug, I've heard people saying, how about wall gecko, cockroaches? How can we eradicate this pest around us? So please feel free to call the life cycle of bed bug, the bites, and what we can do. Let's still go back to this fumigation of a thing, fumigating the environment and creating awareness. And we've talked about people contacting you on the redemption campground just to have a professional, in line with what I'm doing. Now, what if you are in an environment where you have stubborn people saying, no, we don't want to fumigate, or you have someone that is being healed and maybe not to offend anybody, you decide just to, what can you do?
Now, every environment is regulated. No one is above the law. Are you getting it? So if you observe of incidents, for example, incidents of flies infestation or offensive odor emanating from probably dead animal, or, when I say dead animal, or, stagnant water that causes flies infestation or mosquitoes infestations, there's need for you to report. And that's why I'm thanking God for Daddy Gio and RCCG graciously establishing the units and also employing the officers saddled with the responsibility. So if on camp you have complaints, just come.
Okay.
There's an abatement notice that will be issued to any errant, individual, compelling the person within a stipulated time to carry out such action. And failure to do that, either this environment of the person be sealed off or the person be appropriately sanctioned.
Because we know we are not the same. We are different individuals. Yeah. Some just like the habit of dirtying the environment.
There's a rules and regulation that governs each environment.
Okay. Hello? Hello? All right, please, this is what we keep saying to our viewers. When you put your call through to us, lower the volume or reduce the volume on your TV set so that we can hear you loud and clear. Thank you. Hello? All right, we lost that call. You can also send us an SMS, indicate your name and where this SMS is coming from. We'll read it out. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for calling. Please go ahead, ma.
My name is Rosetta. I'm calling from Mowe.
All right, please go ahead with your question.
I have no question, but I want to say God bless my pastor, Pastor Silidu.
Thank you.
God will take him to higher ground, higher heights. God will prosper him.
Amen.
And he will never fail. He will never fall. He will never falter in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Amen. Bless you, sir.
All right, thank you so much for appreciating the man of God here with us in the studio. We pray that all that he has said here, every one of us will take heed and also learn to help our environment. Yes, we'll help ourselves, also help our environment. This is not a case of you just want to be healthy alone and neglect other people. At least let's be our brother's keeper. Thank you. Hello? All right, we lost that call there. Please send us an SMS. We'll be glad to read out your SMS. Hello? Okay. Please attend to that child, okay? All right. We have another. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for calling.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Please, I'm Abiodun calling from Korodu. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Biodo, I can hear you. Can you mute or reduce the volume on your TV set?
Am I speaking with you?
Yes, you're on to Dove Television. Please go ahead.
Okay, please. I want to thank our Father and the Lord for a wonderful job well done. So, sir, is there any solution for this issue of bed bug?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Is there any what?
Is there any solution for
Absolutely, there are solutions. 2 weeks ago, we just control, we just carry out a control measure, on a particular boarding school. infested with bed bug. Now, but station whereby bed bug has infested environment, you are having them in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, within the same residence. It's referred to as infestation. So it required a professional to allay on smaller animals. So we need to check: is there evidence of openings in your environment? Probably your environment is porous. We have to guide against reoccurrence of their invasion. You understand? So there are chemicals available to control millipede and also war gecko.
Okay. All right. This is Tosi from RCCG camp. He has bed bugs in his house. He has tried using many things to eradicate it, but to no avail. What can I really use? How do I make use of it to eradicate it finally? Because I have a baby in the
Please
house.
call. Can you, if you're on camp, come to the office. We'll come around to look at it, because you can use comprehensive approach. For example, you can move all your items within a restricted area and applied insecticide. Classes of insecticide with less than 50 leather dose, insecticide to handle chemicals. So I may not give you the day that you go to market and purchase chemical. If you're on campground, come to the office at the secretariats, lodge your complaint. Appropriately, it will be handled.
Okay, so please, if you're on the campground, let's have Pastor Simindu's number display right on the TV screen so that you can get to call him. Or if you're not on the campground, then you're living outside the camp and you wish to speak with him on what to do or how to get in touch, please just let's have his number display right there. This is very vital platform and information. This person's having bed bugs in his home right now. What can I do? Please await your response. There's also a question: the house is infected with bed bugs. What do I do? Was it? I don't want to say. The person has a funny question. He also put a funny tag. Was it God that created bed bugs?
Yes,
really, indeed, it's funny.
Everything we are saying, both living and non-living, is created by God. Are you getting? Okay. But there are some organisms that are harmful to man's health, and whatever is harmful to your health, God has given us knowledge, understanding towards to tame their invasion. So bed bug is one of the organisms that is harmful to man's health.
All right, Glory from Enugu, please, how can war gecko be completely eradicated from the home? I don't like war gecko. A lot of people don't like.
It shows that your environment is porous. Either you have overgrown weeds around you, you understand, you have openings. You can check your ceiling if there are openings there, because they are very active at night. Check your ceiling if there's any opening there, block that place, and also involve licensed pest manager. It will be eradicated.
All right. Hello, sir. I want you to know that the pests can be sent to someone spiritually. By God's grace, we overcome our own by the power of prayer from Abuja. That's
good. I also believe that, but in science, there's no platform for that. I'm a deliverance minister by God's grace. I've taught how cockroaches attack destinies of man, but there's no platform, there's no proof, scientific proof. So bed bug, if you are seeing bed bug, you can pray. If it's an attack in the spirit realm, if you're a believer, God knows how to deal with it. So, and also God has given you solution. That's why he has trained some people to carry out such a responsibility.
Okay. Hello, sir. Adefunke from Abuja. I tried all possible measures to get rid of bed bug in the home, but to no avail. Are there possible things that one can do to get rid of this insecticide?
Now, if you have noticed the area infested by the bed bug, if it's a wooden items in your house, maybe your upholstery, bring all those upholstery out into an isolated area. You understand? You can apply hot water at 120 degrees Celsius. Apply that hot water on those items, particularly the wooden, or you put all those items in the sun. let it be, knocked down in the sun. Applied, you can also apply kerosene. You can apply, but like I said, I don't want to give us,
yes,
because I need to know what may happen. I need to know the kind of environment where you are living. There are some environment that, you may not necessarily carry out fumigation. That all that you need to do is to carry out hygiene practice. You understand?
Okay. Quickly, sir, I just want to take some of these questions, and we have more calls coming. Last month, this person has been battling with bed bug. Is it true that bed bug can also grow in the hair? Said it has been on someone's hair.
Yes, it can stick on your hair.
Wow.
Or because bed bug and body lice, they are different things. We have lice, you understand. Lice is smaller than bed bug, you understand. So you need to check. But what we are saying is that bed bug only suck. Body lice also cause it.
Okay, God bless you. Someone was asking a question. Okay, how can we prevent bed bug from entering into our house? That's one. I need to take the question real fast. Kemi from Akpata from Ibadan, please, what can I do to minimize cockroaches and small rats in the kitchen? Those are two questions I just want to take.
Okay, now how do you prevent bed bug from coming to your house? Now, vacuumed, washed, and dried, sun-dried your clothes, and ensure that your cloth is properly ironed. By doing this, you can as well kill bed bug physically and also guide against their, transmission or spreading.
Okay, we want to take those questions quickly. God bless RCCG for this awareness on bed bug. This is coming from Gideon in Kaduna. Mrs. Adebanji Fumulaya from Oshodi, Lagos, just to thank the health officer and Dove Television for today's topic. God bless you. God bless you too for watching. I want to fumigate my apartment. When the family travel, can it be done without it affecting the health?
No, you have to. We need 48 hours.
Okay.
Your environment has to be shut down for 48 hours. Because
I hope it won't affect the neighbor when you're doing that.
You have to notify the people around.
That you want to fumigate your apartment.
Just notify them. They take precautionary measure. Either they excuse themselves within the time the place has to be fumigated.
Okay, thank you so much.
Now,
for
someone
that.
asked of cockroaches and small rats.
Yeah.
I will advise the person to consult a pest manager, pest control manager. Please, it's essential. If you are seeing pests in your house, like I said, there are organisms that transmit disease, like rats. Rats has flea on its body, and rats could transmit a disease called leptospirosis and dengue fever. You understand? So there are organisms that also aids other smaller organisms that it will take the haze of microscope before you can detect, that other organisms had invaded your environment. So, but in carrying out fumigation, you control the rats by deratizing your environment and also destroying all other smaller organisms that you may not be able to see with your naked eyes.
Okay. How can we avert infection of wall gecko and lizard in the house? Okay, Adeyemi Oni, that's one. Okay, thank you for this information. How can someone avoid it, especially in a taxi where you don't know that they are present in your car? Cockroaches.
Guide against, entering public vehicles that are not hygienic in nature and in appearance. I guess you can just ask questions. When last have they disinfected this vehicle?
Okay.
You can disinfect you can use insecticide inside your vehicle. Are you getting it? You can spray insecticide. The environmental, friendly insecticide within your vehicle once in a month. Why? So as to what? Tame, the presence of any organisms there.
Get a 3-bedroom flat. My house is at Ayobo. I think you'll get to speak with him personally on that if you want them to fumigate your house. Okay, how long can the pest live without feasting on blood? There's some of us that might not be able to afford or consultation. So please give an alternative. Thanks. Grace from Lagos. How long does that?
Now, I've given us few information you need to know. You need to know, like I said, the adult female bed bug can survive without, sucking blood for 90 days. Are you getting? After, a meal, adult bed bug can survive for 90 days without sucking blood again. But the NIF one that needs, to feed on man's blood to move to the next stage, if there's no blood available within 2 weeks, the NIF one will die.
Okay, how
but
can
the
I
adult one survive for above 90 days?
eradicate scorpion from the home? We start seeing baby scorpion here and there. What do we do? It's creepy
Wow.
and scary. Blessing from Agbara.
Where you are seeing scorpion, it shows that snake are there. You understand? So it is. I can conveniently say that your environment is porous and your environment is dirty.
Okay,
Probably there are evidence of accumulated germs, abandoned materials around them. So just do general sanitation, clean your environment, weed the overgrown weeds, cut the overgrown, wash your gutters. They use items that have been abandoned around you. This can come around, inspect the place, and give you appropriate advice. But you need to have it in mind that schools has to be disinfected at least 4 times in a year.
Okay, we're going
That people have.
once again, I want to say a big thank you to all our viewers that's tuned to Dove Television just to watch this exciting edition of Healthy Living. And not to forget, Dove Television is on Twitter, Instagram. Get to watch exciting and interesting program on our YouTube channel. There's so many programs on Dove Television where you can also be informed.